I'm spilling the tea. It's gonna be hot, hot, hot.
To another story, a story in which maybe will make us feel like we're on drugs. Because it is a story about one of our favorite people in the world and a transition that she might be going through. Yeah. Richard Simmons transitions. Call me Fiona. Yeah. So this one has been bubbling. Oh, I just want to look over my shoulder at the beauty. She's so, oh, look at her face.
You're right in the vagine, too.
Oh, yes, you're right, I am.
She looks like Tracy Ullman.
Oh my God.
You're right.
Doesn't she?
Totally.
Work, bitch.
So now, as we've reported on this show before, there's been a lot of questionable things happening with Richard Simmons in the last couple months. Last
couple months?
Yeah.
The last couple years.
Sorry. You are correct, Raven. You are correct. I just can't get over her right there looking so beautiful. So we know a couple months ago, everyone was concerned that Richard was being held hostage by his housekeeper, who was keeping him in bed, drugged, or under a voodoo spell, depending on who you asked. And Richard had to call in to Good Morning America, or one of those shows, to be like, I'm fine, I'm just taking some time to myself. But now, this new story tells us a different story. Perhaps he was taking this time to himself because he is transitioning into a beautiful woman. A beautiful woman named Fiona. Throw up that graphic one more time. Let's just get into these different looks. I'm loving her erotic Fiona in the middle there. She's a fancy woman in the second photo in, and then she's kind of like a Fifth Element style rave lady with a rainbow wig, and then she's pulling a goth look with a shorty purple number. And then she's inspired by Lady Red's dress with her orange bob at the end.
That's an Anna Wintour vibe.
That's an Anna Wintour vibe.
That's what it is.
So
Yeah,
apparently, the story is, from whatever the source, Raven, is that Richard has in the past loved to leave the country. And whenever he leaves the country, he throws on a wig, he throws on a dress, some low, sensible, chunky heels, and he loves to frolic through the streets like it's no big deal. But now he's about to come back and maybe share his transition. Let America have it. Yes.
We've been waiting.
Yes. Any special thoughts on Miss Fiona Simmons?
The thing that I don't understand, well, I kind of don't get, is why wait so long? And is it now that, Caitlyn Jenner has, made it a little more visual and a little more accepted? Like, how long was Richard Simmons living this way before finally going, oh, I want to be me. I want to be Fiona. I want to, the world's going to see me. Or is it just like, hey, sounds like fun. I'm going to do this for a while. Obviously, she's crazy. Yeah. Look at her.
Look at her.
Like, who knows if this is just something that she's going through, or if she's really going to, because she's been doing some loopy shit for the past 30 years.
Now, throw up those looks for 1 second. Raven, would you toot or boot any of these looks?
Okay.
Lord.
Well, let's start with the Tracy Ullman. The white little negligee with the thigh highs. Now, does she have a shoe on or not?
I think that's just a
Or is that a ballet
foot.
flat?
Yeah.
This actually is probably my favorite of all the looks up there.
Yes.
I'm gonna give this one a 2. Now, the one where she looks like Kathy Griffin, that to me is a boot.
Okay.
The one where she looks like Taylor Swift,
Right.
that is a boot. The one where she looks like Kelly Osbourne circa 2005, boot.
Lord.
And then the Anna Wintour look, that's a 2. That's a very fierce chic look.
You're
And I
right.
think that when she decides to fully transition, this should be the look that she goes out to get her happy ending massage for the first.
That's good advice.
Well said. Very, very nice.
Invaluable, really. Right. For Fiona.
And I'm out of tea, by the way.
Oh, someone get Miss Raven
I'm just kidding.
some
That
goddamn
wasn't a cue.
tea.
Just letting you know. Look, I was able to do that with no tea.
Hot tea. Girl, go get your cup.